Welcome back everybody to the top 5 seed series. If you're new here, my name is Onyx and this is a new series of mine where I find 5 fantastic seeds and I showcase them for you. Now, if you want to check them out for yourself, the seeds will show up on screen, but also the seed will be in the description along with a link to the chunk base. This episode is going to be some really cool seeds that include villages close by spawn, because, you know, a lot of times you want a seed right at spawn, so that is what I have for you today. In at seed number 1, this one is absolutely fantastic for a few reasons. You spawn right here at the edge of the ocean, and you look straight up and look at that mountain range. That is just spectacular. And of course there's villages, and the main one is right here. It is just spectacular. This is some fantastic land mountain generation, and you've got a village right in the middle of it, which is really cool. Plus you've got some caves. That's not really much of a cave, but then there's this cave that goes down here, and apparently the villagers have been down here and created their path, but there is this good cave which is right in the middle of it. And that's not the only village. We come over here and there is another one, and I've just noticed there is a cherry tree on the side of it. So there's like a very tiny cherry grove right there, but then there is another decent sized village over this side here. And then you may have noticed before there was a cherry grove just over here, which is also really cool. So if you love cherry wood, then there you go, you have a cherry grove as well. It is just some fantastic generation with two villages close by, which is really handy. Coming in at seed number 2, you spawn here inside a regular spruce forest, and you've got some, you got your snowy spruce, whatever it's called, snowy tiger, and then you also have, I didn't even know, apparently there's a mushroom island over here. That is also really cool, but you've got ice spikes sort of things, and you are right next to a village when you spawn as well. So you have this village here, which that is your first village. Now, if we come over this way, you can see not too far away, just a few hundred blocks away, there is a cherry grove with a village. It's a small village, but it's a village nonetheless. And if we keep going, there is this village. Now this one is absolutely insane because it's generated on the side of the hill. This is one of the craziest villages I think I have ever seen, and it crosses between. So you've got these parts going across the water, and this is just crazy. And it is not that far from spawn, and there's the village there, and then you've got the one right over here at spawn. So you can get yourself set up here at spawn, and then go for a journey not too far away. This seed is insane, and when I found this, I just knew instantly that this was going to be one of the coolest seeds, and it for sure is extremely cool. And then more cherry grove and just some really nice generation. And this is actually kind of like an island here as well, which is actually really cool. So that could be used for something cool. And I've just discovered another village not too far away over this way as well. Coming in at seed number 3, we spawn in here and it looks like nothing. There's a shipwreck, that's cool, but then you turn around and you're right into the village. So you spawn right off village, and it's nice. There's a few hay bales, and that's the best part about it, to be honest. You've at least got a little bit of food to start with, but that's just the start of this seed. So you spawn right at a village, makes getting food to start with easy. Mushroom island over there, and if we come to this sort of island over here, you'll see there is another village. So if you want to make a journey over here, it is quite small, but it's a village. But coming back to where you spawn, once again there is some fantastic mountain generation, and also a nice little, I don't know what you call this, going through here, and another cave down there, cherry groves, but also another village right here. This isn't too bad size. It's another village again, and it's just very nice generation, and there's more villages. There's another one on this side of this mountain, which also goes onto the mountain, which is again really cool. And then coming over here to the Acacia village, I always forget what they're called. This one over here It's another village. So this seed is full of villages really close by. You've got one there, one at spawn, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one on the other side of that mountain, and then 6th one over there. So there's 6 villages really close together, and then also the really cool generation. This one here, this has to be one of my favorite seeds of the episode. Also, I've just noticed, ruined portal here as well. Moving on to seed number 4, we spawn here in a desert, and this one's cool because you can see all the Badlands or Mesa, I still forget what it's now called, surrounding you, which is cool. And you're right next to a village with a ton of hay bales, so you'll have a bunch of food, and there is a actually ruined portal hidden here, and it does have a chest, just if you were, wondering about that. And then a very short journey over this way, and you've got yourself another village. This one has even more hay bales, and look at that, you've even got a camel as well. If that doesn't make it more enticing, I don't know what else. And then if we just take a short journey, a little bit longer, over this way, we have your 3rd village, and another decent sized one with a few hay bales, which it's always good to have hay bales because it's a good way of getting food. And then over this way, once again, there's another village, and it is another really good sized one with camels and a ton of hay bales. And if you keep going this direction, that's right, there's another one. This one's smaller, and that's okay. We don't judge it for being small. And then if we keep going in this direction, you have got a desert temple. Now, I think this is the only one. This is the only one I could find, but yes, desert temple here, and coming back across this way, near this crazy generation, is another village. That's like 6 villages. At this point, I have lost count. There is so many villages in this area. I don't even know if I've been I think I went to this one. There's just so many, it is hard to keep track of what ones are where and, how many there actually are. They're just everywhere. Everywhere you look, there is another village. And we'll just keep flying this way because I'm sure there is another village somewhere around here. There's a ruined portal over here. But this is just... Yep, there we go. There is another village. So you're not going to be short for villagers, and if you like living in the desert, then this has you covered, because this seed is crazy. And finally, at seed number 5, we are in a desert once again, and this one is also really crazy. You do have the Badlands again, but it is quite small, and a jungle over in the distance, and also you have got the, whatever you call that. Look at me go. You have a ruined portal right here near spawn, which is handy, and left of spawn is your first village. Now, this village doesn't have a lot going for it. It has a camel, which is nice if you like camels, but hidden over here, it is hard to see, but I managed to spot it. It is a very buried desert temple, which is, it's always good to have a desert temple. And there are more villages. There's one over here. You've got that village there if you want to go over there and get out of the desert. If not, you can stay in the desert, and there are more villages. You've got one over here, and very cool cave there actually. You've got this one right here, which has some hay bales if you are after that, because, food is always necessary. And there is actually this really tiny village, which this is kind of crazy. It is the smallest village I've ever seen. It is one building, but look at the village. There's 4 villages for one building. I don't know how that happens, but apparently it can. This seed is really cool with all the jungle and plains surrounding the desert. It's a good sized desert if you want to live inside a desert or not. This is a very cool seed with that awesome cave down there as well. I really like this one. I think it is actually really cool and would be fun to play on. There's just so much to explore and discover, and probably stuff that I've missed. I can almost guarantee there are things that I've missed here, but I actually really like this seed. This is definitely one of my favorites. So there are the 5 seeds I have for you today. I did spend a decent while trying to find some good ones, and I think I did pretty well with that. Some of them with the crazy generation is just so cool, especially when the villages on the side of the mountains. I think that is absolutely insane. and can be quite hard to come across, let alone right at spawn. It is just so cool. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, leave a like and consider subscribing, because then that way I will 100% continue with this series. I'm having a lot of fun. It's actually really enjoyable to do this and find the seeds for you guys. Also suggest some different types of seeds, like, you know, we had the survival islands and now we've had village seeds. Make sure you suggest some ideas. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.